Now you're probably wondering how I made this, and it's very simple, and I will teach you how to do it too. It's a simple animation tactic for Minecraft. So to start off, you really want to have your frames out first. So you want to build the two different things that are going to happen. So for example, my Pac-Man that I made opens up his mouth and then closes his mouth. So I have to have two frames, one that has his mouth open and one that has his mouth closed. Now, I know the sound wasn't exactly, the best, but I mean, it was still sound. So you can add sound too, and you can make it as long as you want, an endless loop um, of whatever you please. So you pretty much just want to have two different frames, and then what you want to do is you want to clone both of these whole entire frames into the exact same spot with the repeaters. So each repeater, when it's all the way at 4 ticks, will take 0 0.4 seconds, 0.4 seconds to activate the next thing for it. So first off, this will be active, and then next, this will be active. So pretty much every 0 0.4 seconds, this will be active, which will clone, for example, this frame, and then the next 0 0.4 seconds, this one will be active, cloning this one in. And whenever you clone something in, then it replaces the previous frame. So the first command block copies this, and then the second one overwrites that one with this one, which has its mouth closed, and then so on in an endless loop, forever, never ending, and there goes Skype. Now, to really get it accurate of how you want to clone it, you're going to want to place a certain block at each corner in a three-dimensional field. So you say you want to be at this exact block. You don't want to be one over. You want to be at the exact block looking this way. And you want to be at the exact one looking this way, and then just, boom, place a block. It doesn't have to be any type of block, but you can just place it. So then we want to have on the opposite side one, for example, like this. There we go. So it is at the exact corner. So then what you want to have is, well, you pretty much want to have this on both sides, so, do it for each frame. And on the opposite side. And again, you want to do this for every single frame that you have. Now the clone command, pretty much, it just clones something from, if you give it the coordinates of this block, and then you give it the coordinates of this block, then it'll clone everything inside of this rectangular prism that it forms around this. So to make the command blocks, what you want to do is you want to type in /clone, and whenever you press tab, then it'll give you the coordinates of the block you're looking at. So space tab, space tab, space tab, and then press enter, and of course nothing will happen, and we don't really need this anymore. Then we go up to this one, and then we type / and we press the up arrow key, which pretty much gives us our previous one, so we have the coordinates of the previous block, and then we do space tab, space tab, space tab. And now nothing will happen because we do not have something to paste it on, so we're not going to do that example, so what we'll do right here. So then we're going to press / and then the up arrow key, and then we'll do the last space tab, space tab, space tab. So now you have all the coordinates for every single block in this procedure. So the one of the corners of the rectangular prism is the first 3 coordinates, and then the other opposite corner of the first one is the second 3 coordinates, and then this block right here where we want to paste it will be the last 3 coordinates. So we want to, I'll do Control A and then Control C to copy it. And I'm not sure on a Mac, but that is how you do it on a Windows. So then you want to do /give, and then your player name, which for me will be Pacpro, command _ block. So then we have this. Just place it under our feet like so. And then we right click to open it up. We can do Control V to paste the command right there. So now we have one of them. We still need to do the other one. So this is even simpler because we already know where we're going to paste it. So we'll just do the exact same thing, /clone on this corner, and then the opposite corner do clone again with these coordinates. And then we'll go back onto this exact block and clone it here. And then we will copy it. And now if we go over here, I'll just spread it out a little bit, like for example right here. And then paste it in with Control V, or however you paste something. And now we can get rid of all these because they will just look weird if they're not part of your actual animation. So let's get rid of all this. There we go. So now we have our two command blocks that'll be activating this. We need repeaters, and we need redstone, and we need some way to activate it. So I am going to be using a redstone block. So we have a repeater right here, and then we have one right here. And we activate both of them at the full amount of ticks. Now you can do this however you want. So how long you want the animation to last. So for example, if you want one frame to last longer than your second frame, then you would make the ticks even longer. Or you could do something like this and add it even bigger like this. The animation will last even longer. But we're going to be doing just this one right here. Oh, my computer just lagged. So, activate both of these. Now, of course, it's not activated yet, so you have to activate it with this handy-dandy command block. You right-click and then left-click instantly to get rid of it. Now, as you it's this one first and then this one. Now, it looks kind of weird. It looks like it's doing some kind of wave thing. That's completely natural. Normally, it doesn't really happen. I'm not sure what that is. So now that we have this, if you want sound, then it's slightly more complicated. Not really. I'm just going to destroy that so we can run this. So you want to get now for sound is a note block, which is in the redstone section. Put it, for example, right here. I think. I'm going to make sure about that. Yes, you do. Okay. So now that we have our note blocks, we want to decipher which note we actually want it to play each phase. So that doesn't sound necessarily right, does it? So depending on what block is underneath the note block, depends on what kind of noise it makes. That's the noise it makes whenever it has some kind of stone under it. But whenever it has air under it, then makes that noise. And there's different things, a lot of different things that it can make, for example, with glass or wood. We'll get glass to show it off. Like that. But air definitely sounds a lot more fuller. So you can choose whichever one you want that you decide in it. And then what you want to do now is you want to figure out which is. So after you choose what you want for each sound, then you can just, place a redstone block and then destroy it. And it'll work like that. It's pretty simple. Simple thing. It goes with the sound too. And then again, your frames can be as big as you want. They can be whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, but it's easily done with only 2 frames. So try not to make it overly complicated. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video commentary at any point in time, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am just that awesome. And leave a comment down below what you want to see me do next. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, see you later, guys, and goodbye.